We move over here to Seattle's rival, the Everett Silvertips here, who Silvertips a little banged up. They're a little bit, banged up. They already have secured their playoff spot, but and they already know their playoff opponent now that we'll get to in a little bit. But they're a little bit banged up. They've had to call up some associate players and sign them the contracts. But they're a little bit banged up. So we look over here to their schedule. March 17th at the Vancouver Giants, a shutout loss. As you know, with shutouts, we don't do a player of the game typically. March 18th versus the Vancouver Giants, though, back at home in Everett, they would win that one 4-1. Our player of the game, D-man Aiden Sutter. Sutter, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, a 2+-, and 5 shots on the day in the same game. Teammate Jackson Berezowski recorded career assist number 100. So congratulations, Barry, there. And then March 19th at the Spokane Chiefs, a tough one. Everett was down going into the final period. They fought back, but they couldn't complete the comeback, losing that one to Spokane 3-2. Our player of the game forward, Jackson Berezowski, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, 1+-, and 7 shots. Tough one. Again, I talk about the injuries to Everett, and so often they'll put up their lineup and they're missing forwards, and it's like, man, I don't. It was a few weeks ago, I believe they were missing. They were missing a bunch of forwards. There was a few weeks ago they were missing a D-man, but there's a bunch of Mariners news going on right now, guys. Can we not do all this right now while we're doing stuff? I apologize. I want to make sure nothing's going on that I'm missing. But so Everett might be limping into the playoffs, and they're going to do so against the Winterhawks. Yes, they will face the Portland Winterhawks in round 1 of the playoffs. It's the 7th all-time meeting between the two clubs in the playoffs. So the schedule looks like this: March 31st at Portland, 7 o'clock. April 1st at Portland, 6 o'clock. April 3rd versus Portland here in Everett at 7:05. And then April 7th versus Portland, 7:05. Those are all scheduled games that will happen. And everything else is if needs to take place sort of basis. In terms of other team-related news, on the 17th, the team, as I mentioned, called up affiliate player Lucas Kaplan from NAX Hockey, and he has played in the past few games. This photo by team photographer Kristen. I gotta make sure I get that right. Oh boy, this is more Mariners news. Kalnick left the game with Jared Kalnick left the Mariners spring training game today with leg tightness. Ooh, everybody was worried he got traded. You guys shut up. You guys scare me. Okay, sorry, had to get that out of the way. Everybody freaks out about everything nowadays. Yes, sorry, had to get that out of the way. That was a big. Tom Murphy was dealing with left forearm tightness. Why am I telling you guys? We have a show to go. But yeah, so Kaplan's played the last few games, as I mentioned. Silvertips are dealing with injuries. It's going to be a close one as they enter the playoffs here. I know some of my Thunderbirds friends will probably leave creative comments about that, but we do both. So the Silvertips record sits at a 32 win, 31 loss, 2 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss record. They're 4th in their division and 6th in the conference. Are the next few games they will play to wrap up the season: March 24th versus the Victoria Royals at home, the last home game of the season, a 7:05 p.m. start, and then March 25th at the Victoria Royals, a 6:05 p.m. start. So that will close out the Silvertips season. Just 2 games left for them.